Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to part 2 with Dr. Sterling Peterson. Right now we're going to head over to his gym and he's going to share with us some awesome tips on how to stay in shape for this new year and everything that he does in order to get buff and stay in shape. So where are we headed?
Yeah, so we're heading to my gym, which will be 49er Fit. And I go there every day after work because in order to stay in shape and healthy, in order to promote health, I have to be healthy too. So I just came out with an online fitness program too. So I'm gonna explain all that. But I live and I preach and I do everything that I tell my patients about. So
practice what you preach.
Exactly. So I'm gonna show you guys about all that. Let's get it. Let's get a pump on. All right, let's go.
All right, everyone, we made it to the gym. What are we training today?
So today we're training a specific type of training, and I like to call is functional training. So that's what my program is also based off of. It's not your typical gym type of exercises. It's all about movement with a purpose. So you have to have a purpose with everything that you do. It's not just to curl in order to curl. Like there's a purpose with every activity. Yeah, I mean I curl too, but there's a way to incorporate a lot better movements that are a lot more conducive for the everyday individual. Us as humans have been squatting, have been lunging for thousands of years, right? Like in order to pick berries, you had to squat down. And like I killed a deer, I have to deadlift the deer onto my shoulders. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of activities that we have been doing forever, but nowadays it can be a lot of different stuff. So I just have a program that's all based on movement. As a chiropractor, it's also all about health and movement and increasing your functionality in life. So that's what it's all about, to help you feel better, to help you look better. So that's the whole purpose.
All right. Well, I'm ready to get into it. Yeah.
I'll show you some good stuff.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right. Follow along, everybody. All right. So how long have you actually been training, and how'd you get into the more functional weightlifting?
Yeah, so I mean, I was an athlete, so I did all of the sports types of training, and then after college, I was like, okay, I want to weightlift. I want to get into weightlifting, like heavy powerlifting, but that's not the type of frame I have, and also I'm not trying to be a powerlifter. I'm trying to be a chiropractor. I'm trying to stay mobile, stay strong. So then I started to venture off into a lot of mobility stuff, a lot of functional training, and I feel like that is the most conducive to what I want to do. And also it translates into everyday life way better. So I basically have a ton of fun with that. I like to do a lot of balance stuff, a lot of single leg stuff, because if you think about it in our life, like how often are we like on 2 feet like this? We're always on one leg, the other leg. So there's a lot of dynamics in life, and I wanted to train like that. And also I feel like an athlete again. I'm training, I'm doing some single leg, I'm doing ropes. So it just made more sense.
So do you bench press at all?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I still like to look good and I still like to feel strong. But then again, I will add something like I'll be on a Bosu ball or I'll do a single arm press instead of only with a barbell. So I like to add instability to create core strength. I still like to weightlift and to work out and to get an arm pump, but I do it in a way that creates a lot more strength in your whole body compared to only in your pecs.
All right, so you mix it all together.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Well, I'm ready to get into it.
All right, let's do it. I'll show you what's up. So basically, I like to do a warm-up that allows the whole body to get warm. So for me, I like to do stuff like a row machine, either jogging or on the bike, or even other types of movements. But the whole point is to allow the body to be prepared for what you're about to work out. So I don't just hop into a workout. I make sure that I'm prepared,
get loose a little
injury. I create that connection between my brain and my muscles of like, hey, let's do some work. I'm about to get into it. So that's how I like to do it. And today we're gonna do the row machine. So I usually like to do a 4 to 6 minute warm up, and then I'll stretch and do some other stuff if I'm feeling tight elsewhere. But if I go hard for 5 to 6 minutes, it's usually a good start for me, depending on my goals and purposes.
Now for stretching, should those always be dynamic versus static?
I usually like to go with a dynamic stretch over static. A good stretch that I like to do is, to start with, is this hip flexor, which is that area that was a problem for you earlier.
Yeah.
So if I'm doing legs, I definitely like to make sure this is properly stretched. Another good one is for hips and legs. And we can see how flexible you are today, Jake.
I'm not flexible. Very inflexible.
And this gets to stretch out this IT band as well as the hip. Help that mobility, get ready for the movements we're about to do.
So what's this first workout?
Okay, so this one is, I want to show you some movements that are atypical from what you normally do. So if you normally do squats or a deadlift or something like that, I want to bring in a lot more movement, okay? I'll put this off to the side first.
Okay.
And we'll just do it with our body weight, again, to make sure that we're properly all warmed up. So it's just pretty simple. Then I want you to walk into the next step. Good.
What's beautiful about this is that along with a workout, it's an assessment of yourself.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And yeah, exactly. So you have a stronger right side. It's probably a bit more coordinated. I don't know if you
right-handed,
yeah,
kick.
Exactly.
Whatever.
So what that means is that you need to concentrate a bit more on your left, and also if you do a lot of the single leg stuff, even if your right leg can tolerate a bit more weight, you have to wait until your left leg or your left side is able to catch up on the weight, and then you can increase on both. So typically for upper body, you can either do bench press. I like to start with, on my program, to do a lot of dumbbells because again, it creates that instability. So I'll show you a few of the ones that I like to start with. This is a good way that I like to start on people, because you have to stabilize your core as you're doing the other one. And on this, depending on your goals, you can go as heavy as you want, as light as you want.
Can this still be used to gain size?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And also, this is great in order to help you start in the process to properly gain size without injuring yourself. Another favorite back one is, I just like to do a single arm row.
Yeah.
Which is great. So you can start like this or have your weight here. And again, how much you do on your right, you should be able to do on your left. And I want you to have your feet like this apart.
Square?
So scoot back a little bit. And then I want you to just hinge over and then to place your arm. Good, there. All right, good. And then I just want you to go down to pick up the weight and curl straight up. Hit the inside of the rib, great. And then drop down and then straight up. And if you want to spread your legs out even further because you're tall, good. And you want to keep your back straight, perfect. That looks really good. Good. And so if that's too hard for you, or it seems awkward, then you have your knee here to support.
Okay.
So you would have your knee there to support, and then like that, and that would be a regression.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if that is maybe too challenging, or you feel like it's too heavy weight, you would go from here like this. And you're like, I don't know, it feels a little bit strange or feels awkward. You would then go back to this.
More support.
So exactly, you have more stability, and then you go, oh, that feels easier. And then after that becomes easy, then you go back to the full way to do it.
Okay. All right, everybody, thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something and you can actually implement, this whole routine for your everyday workout so you can have a good hot bod summer this 2020. And of course, you can always reach out to Dr. Sterling. Try his program out. Guarantee you it's going to make some results, right?
Yeah, I'll definitely send a link for like a free week or two for anybody who's watching, because I want you guys to get this hands-on and actually have the experience of it to know how awesome it is, because I believe it. I put a lot of work into this. It's an awesome product, and again, my whole goal is to help people, so that's what I want to do. And I appreciate you coming out here, dude.
It's been awesome. Seriously.
It was great to shoot this, and we'll stay in touch, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
Thanks a
All
lot.
right, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.